Okay guys, the leg is laying on the shed floor. It's probably not supposed to, but I can't stand it up because I haven't got anywhere to put it. The UJ, that's this bit here, well, the double UJ actually, there's a fancy name for it and I can't remember what it is in mint condition, absolutely mint condition, so it's never seen any water in there whatsoever. I don't know if the camera can show it, but this gloss paint, this black gloss paint, is actually original. I bought the whole boat and all the rest of it new, complete in 2001, and for that amount of years I think I'm quite happy with that. Not a single spot of rust anywhere, a couple of little chips in the paint just there, but that's where, when you're manoeuvring it about on the floor and whatnot, the UJ touches these bolts, but I'll get over that. I'll just put a handful of grease on it and all the rest of it. Now the bellows actually sit on these shelves here, on these shelves, that's a good term, but I can't think of a better one, with a little recess in there. So I shall clean all these up into mint condition. That's the UJ bellows, as I keep telling you. That's the exhaust bellows here, goes here. And that one's got a little bit, no rust on it at all, it's just got soot deposits and all that sort of thing, with which I've got to get rid of. So I shall do that with a petrol rag, that sort of thing. The running surface here, back on the UJ again, where's an oil seal runs on there. And it's nice and smooth, there's no ridge on it or nothing, so I'm quite happy with that as well. I think I mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again anyway. The reason my leg is so black and looks like it's kept in a bath of oil, that's because basically it is. I keep it bathed in old engine oil, then I spray it in duck oil, and then I don't care what lands on it, it won't do any harm. It's got a couple of little dings in the paint, but I think I can cope with that. The oil and grease protect it. Because it doesn't live in the water, it lives on the trailer, I don't have to worry about long-term rot and damage, blah blah blah. The prop anode will last, I think, another season, if not at least another half a season. I'm quite happy to do that actually, down on the trailer at Mercury's if I had to. That's a piece of cake to do that job. Everything else I'm quite happy with. I can't see any other wear and tear. The steering yoke is quite smooth, it's not notchy, there's no lumps in it, there's no grit in the bearing surfaces or anything like that. Oh, while I think of it, this here is where the raw water pickup is, because it comes in through the vents down there, up through the leg via, however it gets up there, and the hose connects onto that. Now be careful with that, because that is plastic. So if you've got a hose that's sticky and doesn't want to come off, don't be too violent, because you'll probably break this off and end up having to buy a new one. It's actually quite a strange shape, it's like an oval shape, and I've not noticed that before. But anyway, just something to keep an eye open for. There's no rust in where the rams locate, in those lugs there. Oh, my knees. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Where the ram pins go in there, there's no rust in there. It's all full of oil and grease and slimy. Yum, yum, yum. So that's it for now. I'm sorry I couldn't video me and my son lifting it off and laying it in here, because for obvious reasons it's too heavy, too cold, and I want to get it off and lay it on the shed floor ASAP. So sorry you couldn't see me do that, but anyway, all you saw me do was take the pins out and then its feet are lift off, or lift out, whichever you want to do it, maybe you want to call it. So that's that. Can't think of anything else to show you at the moment, so go and do something more useful. Right, gotta go, do stuff. Okay guys, that's the end of the engine in there with the spline on it, and you can see the bellows surrounding it. That black pipe there, I'm having to do this with a torch, sorry, because it's so damn dark, it's going to honk down with rain any minute, or snow, or both. That's the water intake for the heat exchanger. It's the seawater intake. Now if you notice there, I've got a load of fancy stuff wrapped around that pipe. I'll show you, I'll explain a bit more about that a bit later when I get the bellows off. There's the gear change cable sticking out, and there's the exhaust bellows. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get both these bellows off, because it gives a bit more of a clear view and you can see what's what, and I'll tell you who, what, when and where when I get them off. Okay, it's only a couple of Jubilee clips, one under there and one underneath the bottom one, and Bob's Uncle, etc. Okay, so I'll quickly whip them off and I'll be back with you, unless of course you're so peed off and you've gone to watch X Factor or something. Oh, yawn. Right, bye. just come up against my first inconvenience of the whole job so far. Let me hold the camera like that. That's the anode for the transom plate, and you've got like this shield thing. I don't know if it's showing up on the screen, but this shield thing in the way, and it means that I can't actually get hold of the bellows to twist it to pull it off. So I'm going to take the anode and that shield off. It's only 2 Allen screws, so it's hardly a catastrophe, is it? The world won't end in 5 minutes. Anyway, just thought I'd let you know anyway, mention it for those of you who do get that problem. Bye. Okay guys, that's a view with minus bellows. The exhaust one down there has got a little bit of dirt around there. It's mainly exhaust, a little bit of salt residue and all that sort of thing. Nothing serious, nothing to worry. There's no rust. Looking inside the exhaust pipe as well, there's not a speck of rust, and I do like no rust. The green of the Volvo drive there, the transom bit round the top there, there's no rust. There's nothing around there. Even the bare bits where the paint's come off, there's not a speck of rust. Mind you, I do keep it full of lashings of grease and stuff. No rust, even where the bellows actually sit in the groove around there. No rust at all. No rust at the back, on the transom plate, nothing at all. And that's excellent. I'm well happy with that. Now just here, again, I don't know if we can show it on the screen, but there's a little wire here, stainless steel wire. It goes on a clamp there, which is clamped to the metal hydraulic pipes that feed the rams. I don't know if you can see that. I do hope so. There's a little wire there, stainless steel wire, and it's clamped to the pipes, as I said, and it's also bolted to the transom up there. Can you see that? If not, tough. And make sure that wire is in good condition, because that's what carries the current or residual current or whatever it is you call it that causes the anodes to dissolve, rather than your very, very, very expensive leg. If that wire breaks for whatever reason, or it doesn't connect for whatever reason, then you end up dissolving your leg and your anodes will be nice and shiny. So make sure that's okay, and I can see that is yet again, it's still got oil dripping off it, which is what I like to see. Right, now let's explain this. So this is the water pickup pipe, and if you look very carefully here, there's loads of tie wraps around it, and it's got an old car heater hose that I split long ways and cut to about 4 inches, as you can see. And oh, this bloody torch, is that better? And what I noticed the first time I did this in 2005. Oh, by the way, that's the last time these legs were changed. These bellows were changed in 2005. So I think they've more than done me justice, and I'm not going to criticise them at all. I'll actually show you the inside of the bellows in a minute when I finish this bit. But what I did, I cut a car heater hose. Don't want a thick bit, just want enough. And I wrapped it round and tie wrapped it like that, and made sure it didn't rub on anything, because what I found was the hose pipe itself, the original hose pipe, is actually just scuffing on the port side equivalent of one of those little bolts there. It wasn't wearing it, but it could have done, so I wrapped that round it just to protect it. So I can't get a camera in and the light and stuff under there, but anyway, so that's why I did that. So I think I should be replacing that, because it's absolutely rotten. So anyway, yeah, so that'll have to come off, and I'll have to put a new bit on there. But ho hum, I'd rather that rot away than chafe through the pickup water pipe and off the needles in a nice hot sunny day and end up calling sea start out. Anyway, that's what that's all about. So if you want to do that, please yourself, but you pay your money and take the choice, as they say. Right, okay. Oh, guess what? It's just starting to rain, so it looks, plus I'm freezing it to death anyway, so it looks like a journey into the shed and start cleaning bits, because I can't do anything else. And I'll take the bellows in and I'll show you the inside of the bellows when I get there. Bye.